So the latest in news today, Jon Jones has failed his drug test from UFC 214, and this has been confirmed by Dana White. He has not been officially stripped of his title yet, but we all know it's coming. I do not know what to make of this, except all I can say is that Jon Jones is guilty. I don't believe that any fighter can be popped this many times. It's only been twice officially, but he's definitely guilty. You cannot fail a drug test 2 times in a row and try to play it off as innocence or sex enhancement pills or whatever Jon Jones was playing it off as. So this does confirm that Daniel Cormier is perhaps the greatest light heavyweight of all time, and I think he will have some very interesting matchups in the future with fighters such as Alexander Gustafsson and maybe Volkan Ozdemir in the future. But I, for one, I do not trust Jon Jones anymore. I'll still watch him fight, but I don't think he is a legitimate champion. I don't know if he's ever been a legitimate champion, and Daniel Cormier does bring up the point that Jon Jones's only official wins maybe against Andre Guzmão, OSP, and then one more other fight. I forgot exactly who Daniel Cormier was referencing to, but I do have to say that I was not really on the Daniel Cormier bandwagon before. I was not his biggest fan. There were a lot of reasons for me not to follow Daniel Cormier. One of the reasons was because he never did beat Jon Jones. But at this point, I would have to say that Daniel Cormier is legitimate. He's 100% legitimate. Perhaps the greatest light heavyweight fighter of all time. Maybe even heavyweight. I don't know exactly how he would fare at heavyweight. But this man is a great fighter, and I don't know what to say about Jon Jones anymore. This is very odd situation. I completely side with Dana White on the fact that he disliked, or maybe not disliked, but had kind of a falling out or an angry issue with Jon Jones, which I completely side with, because I myself am not a Jon Jones supporter at this point. It's impossible. You have to be crazy to support the guy. And it's very possible that Alexander Gustafsson would have ended up becoming champion too if Jon Jones was not clean for that fight, or for many other fights as well. I think what's more interesting than anything is seeing what Jon Jones would look like natural. Like let's say Jon Jones comes back in the future, which Jon Jones won't be back for a long time. We're talking 2 years, maybe even longer. I think what's interesting to me is what Jon Jones is going to look like if he actually ever fights clean, or is he just going to retire? That's kind of what I'm interested in. But yeah, so Daniel Cormier is legitimately the greatest light heavyweight. Jon Jones cannot be trusted anymore, and many of his wins now have to be put into question. So I do look forward to future matchups with Gustafsson and Ozdemir if he gets a title shot. Alright, so comments, opinions, criticism, please leave them at the bottom. And please like this video and please subscribe. Thank you.